Itagat kokenyitab Kalenjin eng tetutietab Kass Mashinani uyo komwaun eng tai amache ketokchigei county nebo Murang'a ole mitei county noto eng betutab rani minister nebo ribetab kalyet eng emet orit Kipchumba Murkomen eng tuyet noto nebo jukwaa la usalama ole ng'olole tetutik cheterter chetinyegei ak ribetab kalyet eng county nebo Murang'a mising ko boriet nekitokyini yautik chemanyalu cheboto chobet ak aldaetab maiyek chemoiyonotin ak uyo komwaun eng tai komitei komasata bo Central Kenya CS Murkomen nekotoi eng betutab amut kotoune county nebo Kiambu kotesetai ak rutoito eng counties tugul chebo Mount Kenya akoi kowang eng betutab komut kasi botokei ine eng county noto bo Murang'a ak Inspector General nebo Police noto ko Douglas Kanja, Deputy Inspector General nebo Administration Police noto ko Gilbert Masengeli koboto Commissioner General nebo Prisons Patrick Arandu eng kwenutab afisaek alak chebo serikali. Amache nguno kepchi ng'alaletab CS Murkomen yekangong'ololjini sirikab logoiwek eng taunetab rutoitonyi nebo county noto nebo Murang'a.
Okay. Yes. I'm good. How are you?
You can start by addressing us on maybe the
I
key issues.
will do a brief and then. Yeah.
And also we can also like to hear about the alcohol and business in Murang'a, but it is still present.
Well, thank you very much. Let me first say that we are in Murang'a. This is one of the most industrious county with different economic activities, from farming, whether it is tea, it's coffee, it's macadamia, it is avocado, pineapples. So this is a very diverse county. It's also a highly industrious business area. And then there is some work here also on value addition for manufacturing, especially on agricultural issues. This is part of the proximity of Nairobi County, and therefore Murang'a County is part of the Nairobi metropolitan area. Therefore, we have come here to appreciate the work that is being done by our county security team and regional security team. A lot of good work has been done here to maintain law and order, and I want to say that I'm happy with the progress we are making, with the good relationship that the security team has with the local community, and the support we get from the citizens of Murang'a towards maintenance of law and order. From our security briefing meeting, I'm also happy that there is a lot of good work that has been done by community and the security sector to contain the issue of gangs in this Murang'a. As you very well know, the same challenges being faced in Kiambu also spill over to Murang'a because of their proximity to Nairobi. But to be very honest, I want to appreciate the work that has been done so far, criminal gangs have been suppressed in terms of their activities. We have a few of them trying to operate in some corners, but most of it has been suppressed. I also appreciate the local leaders because most of them have shunned the idea of using gangs for their political activities. Just a very few of these political leaders are seen to be entertaining the idea of working with these gangs. Thankfully, our security team also is working very hard to ensure that where there are attempts, especially on matters of extortion, people are arrested and charged in a court of law. The challenge we face in Murang'a is alcohol and drug abuse. Again, let me say that biggest problem here is the misuse of the alcohol distribution licenses for actually combining both legitimate or legal alcohol and the illegal one. There is a very notorious businessman here called Mike Power, who has been harassing our security sector here in this county. A lot of work has been done by security people to enforce the law, especially in his 58 distribution, nearly 59 distribution outlets within the county. It's unbelievable that one person would have actually in one sub-county, nearly 30 outlets, some of which are small kiosks. And every time an enforcement is done, he has been able to either compromise the security people, the OCSs, the DCI officers, or compromise the county government officials in many places, get licenses even in areas that does not really make sense, and also compromise the courts to get numerous court orders that have actually compromised the law enforcement activities in this county. That has really preoccupied our thinking, and we have a plan. I may not divulge all the plan here, but you will see more activities. Last night, as our security team raided some of his outlets, and we were able to confiscate illegal, unadulterated ethanol, and illegal and counterfeit alcohol worth over 3 million shillings, just one evening. And even when that was done, there were calls from all over, including compromise and sabotage from our own security officers. And the IG is going to take disciplinary action against them today. I want to also say that it's just for the record that no person is above the law. No one individual is going to take over a county just because he is misusing resources to buy and compromise people around. I want to appreciate the local leaders who have been very vocal against this particular individual and people of that nature. I'm aware that the county government has wanted to do various enforcements except for the court orders that they have faced, but we have many other ways. Part of the failure is these irrational court orders that he is surviving on perpetually. Some of them are interim court orders which are operating as if it is a final order. It's like a permanent injunction against the enforcement actions by the county government and our officers. Good news is that from a multi-agency perspective, there is violation of so many laws, including Anti-Counterfeit Act, KRA Act, Kenya Bureau of Standards Act, and therefore we shall be resuming our operations on an multi-agency framework. And I want to ask you all the agencies involved to be more proactive. Officers who may be operating in this county and they are from the sister agencies, I will be asking the relevant cabinet secretaries and agencies to take legal action and administrative action against those officers, so that we have officers who will come here, work in a multi-agency form, work together with NACADA to make sure that we are enforcing the law, notwithstanding some of the orders that have been obtained against the county government. That is one individual, but he has greater persuasion in terms of that distribution. He almost is controlling between 20 and 30% of the distribution market of the adulterated ethanol and other kind of counterfeit alcohol, some of which are also substandard. If you understand the law, the difference between substandard, counterfeit, and so forth. Therefore, in the process, we are losing a lot of revenue, while these people are making lots of money by evading payment of taxes, and then the money they have made used to buy everybody around, all officers of government, courts, and other places. And that's why corruption is one of the most dangerous threats to our national security, and particularly to our fight against the alcohol abuse. But let me say this, sometimes we don't give credit to the agencies, government agencies, for what they have done. Remember that sometimes propagandists want to project that maybe Central Province and Murang'a, Nyeri are some of the worst hit counties when it comes to alcohol abuse and distribution of alcohol. I must say that that's not true. In fact, except Kiambu, with its proximity to Nairobi, none of the other Mount Kenya region counties comes close to top 10. As you very well know, Trans Nzoia is at the top, followed by Kakamega, followed by Nairobi, Kisumu. So Murang'a has even dropped further to be one of the to be the 17th county where illicit alcohol is being distributed, which is a very good sign of good collaboration between the citizens and the law enforcement agencies in terms of getting rid of illicit alcohol. And so we must commend citizens of this area, and we must also commend the security agencies. Ask every county to work very hard to move towards number 47, not to the top 10. I'm happy also that throughout the process we've come from Jukwaa la Usalama. The work that is happening in Trans Nzoia, which was number 1, is extremely commendable. I look forward to, in 3 months, seeing a significant drop in Trans Nzoia County, Nakuru, where it's also among the top, and the other counties. And when I finally go to Kakamega, we are going to do also further assessment to see how best we can combat this menace. So for the comfort of the people of this region, including this county, you have made significant progress, both the leaders, the people, and the security agencies towards curbing this illicit brew. But if we deal with this individual and a few others, the other challenge we face is in some of the slums here. Slums here around Sabasaba area, problems around Kenol, and all the way to Thika also. Thika has some impact in terms of distribution of illicit alcohol here in the Murang'a County. We deal with those areas together with this one notorious individual. We are going to make great progress in terms of dealing with this alcohol. The third issue that we have is still land issues. It's more significant here, but a lot of work is being done by the Ministry of Lands. Titling is going on in a number of these parcels, and land fraud issues are also being confronted by the DCI team working together with Ministry of Lands, and I believe this will be sorted. Theft is particularly around Kakuzi, and particularly in the Del Monte farm, has also become a problem for us, particularly where political leaders are inciting citizens to invade farms and steal in the name of historical land injustice. It must be known that the multinational companies Kakuzi and Del Monte are some of the top employers here, employing many people who have very low educational level and able to feed many families. And it's important for us as leaders and security team to work together to protect the investors who are in this Murang'a for the sake of the economy of this country and also employment of our young people. Other than that, the rest of the issues are manageable. We are happy to be in Murang'a, and we look forward to a great engagement in the Jukwaa la Usalama, and the resolutions that will come from there will help us to enhance, our relations with locals here, and hopefully then we'll be able to make decisions that are going to make this county even rise higher in terms of its observance of law and order. Thank you. I'll take 3 questions. So first, let me introduce yourself.
Sorry, my name is Omboy Mwangi.
Thank you, Wambo. Yeah.
You've mentioned Del Monte, and there has been raising issues of insecurity.
Yes.
Del Monte. When these youths steal pineapples from Del Monte, some of the Del Monte guards kill them.
Yeah.
Maybe in terms of shooting. Recently, we reported an issue whereby at the airport, actually ran over a youth who was stealing vehicles from them. Maybe you can talk about it. The rest of the issues like watu wamekuwa wakipigwa visu sana.
Yeah.
But that has been contained. You know, maybe have been able to contain that. But this issue of Del Monte has never been addressed.
Yes, that's why I was saying that both ways. We continue imploring our security agencies to make sure that during enforcement, they continue observing human rights and the rights of the citizens. But also we want to ask the public that there's no justification for stealing in the first place. So you can't say that, you can't, for example, say youth who are peacefully stealing pineapples should be protected. There's nothing like that. In the first place, people should not go there to steal. People just go there to work. Don't put the security agencies in a position where they will have to commit, maybe they will have to use excess force in terms of enforcement. Because then in the process, sometimes people are run over because the police guys or enforcement guys trying to run away from high-rate mob. You remember that one of our cars, or the security cars, was also burnt in the process within the Del Monte. This issue should not be there. And that's why I'm saying I implore upon leaders, those elected, those pursuing positions, opinion leaders, let us not normalize theft. You know, let's not. You know, part of the you know, factors that determine investments in any country is the provision of security, and we must continue making Murang'a a safe place for investors to come and invest. And I request all of us to work together with the investors and appreciate the work they're doing, even as they employ many young people and feed families. If there are social issues, if there are land issues, those can be handled through legal means and through observance of law and order, not through illegal means, not using force either by citizens or law enforcement agencies. So let's not make it normal that it's okay to go and steal pineapples. That, oh, you know, people are poor, people are jobless, so they're stealing so to make a living. There's no justification for commission of any crime. If we were to justify every crime, then, you know, they will never have a country of law and order. Yes.
My name is Wangari Juguna, and I write for People Daily. You've touched on the issue of the gangs, the criminal gangs, and some political leaders affiliating with them. There have been concerns of the comeback of the sects and in central region.
Concern of?
The illegal sects.
Yes.
Coming back in the central region as approach the 2027. Probably you can tell us how you intend to address that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, just basically this use of political gangs. Don't even talk about, you know, we've had these sects like Mungiki, MRC, Chingororo, Panga Boys, Baghdad Boys, characters like Confirm in Nakuru, and Angola Msumbiji, and all those kind of things are some gangs and sects that have been in the country for many years. But you see, what the new phenomenon is that it's not just even about, you know, politicians are not building long-lasting gangs. That's not their idea. They are looking to take advantage of young people for short assignments, you know. And you see, as they do so, short assignments in the sense that the assignment is not positive. You know, they want to organize a rally, they look for young people, pay them. They want to organize what we call, in the name of demonstrations, they cause chaos, vandalism, just to make a statement. In the process, they embolden, you know, these older sects or new ones. They also create some kind of demand on the side of politicians, because then it encourages young people that if you don't have a job, you can go and form, in quotes, a security team, a gang, so that then you can always have your leader go and collect money from political actors and tell them, we'll give you security, we'll do this. And sometimes they have no loyalty to any person. They are available for hire. And this is very dangerous, because then when it gains root in a society, it becomes later becomes a bigger problem for society. So some of these gangs which were encouraged years back, and they are becoming the ones that are going to mold the entire society. And I therefore encourage leaders to be foresighted. Look 10 years, 20 years to come. What kind of environment are you going to have if you're going to be engaging in establishment of gangs? And also, more importantly, the citizens. Because if people stand up and say, we are not going to elect so-and-so because is encouraging resurgence of gangs and so forth, that's our society. Then if voters make it punitive for elected or aspirants for them to pay young people and establish gangs and use them for violence, then it will not thrive. It's also a question of society. If we embrace it, defend them and call them our children, we want our children, the rest of the day, it will be the old story of the person who kept a dangerous animal in their house to protect. When there was no one else around to attack, they were the ones who were mauled. So I encourage citizens of this region and the entire country, because it's not a problem of Murang'a alone, an entire country, that let us not encourage gangs anywhere at any time in the Republic of Kenya. The last one.
Yes, Waziri. We understand the DCP leader will be jetting back on Thursday. How prepared are we as a country?
Pardon?
We understand the DCP leader, regarding Gachagua, will be landing on Thursday.
Yeah.
And chances are very high there will be a lot of mob will mobilize to go and receive him. How prepared are we?
First of all, your question sounds funny, because there are so many people landing in Kenya every day. So I don't know why we should be worried about one person landing. Should we be, should we? There are two things to think about what you are saying. One is that in the absence of that leader in the country, or his arrival, is a security threat, which is not entirely, which means you are not really entirely wrong, because in the last few months or weeks when he has not been around, the country has been very peaceful. And so you have a point by saying that perhaps the security agency should be prepared for a more chaotic environment as a result of his coming back to the country. Let me say that the security sector is prepared to deal with any insecurity issues. The last time he was around, and there were so many goons in the same of protests, we were very prepared. And every other minute, the National Police Service is prepared to protect citizens and their property. We, of course, are aware of those elements of threatening disruptions, threatening football, threatening all these other issues. I need to say that we will take legal action against anybody who is going to break law. I wish Kenya remained peaceful as it was for the last 3 to 4 weeks. And I wish people continue their political activities in a more peaceful environment like we've seen in the last 4 or 5 weeks. But because we sometimes have no control of people's behavior and character, then we must be prepared to protect the citizens. And maybe let me use also this opportunity to add that as a National Police Service, first I want to thank IG here and the team for doing a fantastic job to secure Kasarani on Sunday. That was a fantastic job that was done to make sure that we abide by the CAF rules. I know on Friday we have a very big match. In fact, we shall be starting Jukwaa la Usalama at 7 in the morning. so that some of us can also be available to watch the match. It's a moment of pride for the country, and I want to assure the citizens of Kenya that we will abide, again, we will provide the necessary security to make sure that the sports activity is successful. And we are waiting for directions from CAF as to the numbers and everything. And once that is confirmed, I ask Kenyans again to be as supportive as they did to our ambassadors by ensuring that we abide by the rules and see how it came out wonderful and see how it will be also this Sunday. Yeah. So any disruption activities from all political actors, those who have been out of the country or those who are within, is not going to be entertained in Kasarani. We want to see that law also and order prevails in our country. Okay? Asante sana. Thank you very much.
Kitoche rwaik tugul ak biikab boror eng labatetab kenyini nebo Belgut Marathon 2025 second edition. Labatani keboisie ketorete kipsomaninik chemokyingei toretet chesomandos eng sukulitab Belgut Starehe Schools. Kiyae labatet eng tarikit 24 aretab 8 kenyinitok kotougei sait 2 nebo karon. Mitei kebeberwekab 21 kilometers, 10 kilometers ak 5 kilometers chebo murenik ak kwonyik. Kibeljingei rabisiek cheite million 3.4. Kabelindetab 21 kilometers murenik ak kwonyik kobeljingei 500,000 Kenya shillings. Chebo 10 kilometers kobeljingei 100,000 Kenya shillings ak 5 kilometers kobeljingei 50,000 Kenya shillings. Kisirengei 1,000 eng labatetab 21 kilometers, siling 300 eng 10 kilometers ak 5 kilometers. Asisirgei ilibani rabisiek eng paybill number 400200, account number ko 400175111. Kigerei siretabgei eng tarikit 20 arawetab 8 kenyinitok. Asinai mising akobo labatetab Belgut Marathon ibir simet kwa namba 0725542388, 0725542388. Sponsor nebo labatani ko nekonyitot Nelson Koech MP nebo Belgut constituency.
Kenya, Twende Mbele, NCBA, go for it.
Kimitei akobo inye ako kimita sikinetkei kibaibaitgei ak kinoisechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, Star Times channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik chok, sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en namba 5552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit neichome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet.